And as the shutdown rolls on, SNAP benefits are just days away from being paused.
Kara Jeffers now live in Harrisburg for us tonight. And Kara, a senator wants to give emergency grants to regional food banks. Explain that for us. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike and Eva. Yes, we have senators. The Senate Democrats have really pushed for some solutions here. They're saying that if this SNAP funding doesn't go through, as the U.S. Department of Agriculture is saying, they won't be able to fully fund this in November. It's going to be food banks that are trying to pick up the slack.
On November the 1st, millions of Pennsylvanians will not have food assistance.
1 in 6 Pennsylvanians use SNAP every month, around 2 million people. Pennsylvania Senate Democrats want to give $62 million to food banks and Meals on Wheels in case recipients can't access their SNAP benefits in November.
Food banks are remarkably resilient and efficient. They are built to handle such moments. However, we are facing a perfect storm.
Feeding Pennsylvania coordinates 9 regional food banks. These groups have lost $19 million in federal funding this year. And with a state budget incomplete, they're spending reserves to keep normal operations going.
The feds are counting on our sense of decency to not let people starve while they build a giant golden ballroom at the White House.
Senator Michelle Brooks, Republican chair of the Senate Health and Human Services Committee, said a stopgap budget Senate Republicans passed earlier this year could have helped avoid the level of crisis for food banks.
That budget would have been passed. We would have a budget right now and then perhaps have supplementals to augment the shortfalls.
Feeding Pennsylvania says normal state funding would not meet the needs of food banks if SNAP benefits are inaccessible. They say that for every 1 meal a food bank serves, SNAP serves 9.
We've let politics cloud our humanity. Outside of this building, real people are
I reached out to Senate Republican leadership about this idea of giving some extra funding to food banks. Leader Pittman sending back in a written statement that, quote, Art Haywood, one of the senators you saw speaking there, needs to tell Chuck Schumer to listen to John Fetterman. Governor Josh Shapiro actually announcing this afternoon that he is joining a multi-state lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Agriculture, really honing in on the Democrats talking about we can use these contingency funds to help continue to fund SNAP as this federal shutdown continues. In Harrisburg, I'm Kara Jeffers, Erie News Now.